everyone, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing perfectly fine. This is Nimisha Bhatt and welcome back to the Cooking Hub. Today I bring to you a recipe known as Black Forest Cupcake. It's eggless and it's a no oven recipe. It's going to be very nice, soft, spongy, and as it's Black Forest, you are going to know the twist at the end. So it's going to be just like a 4 to 5 ingredient recipe, and yes, it's a complete surprise. So keep on watching this video and let's get started in making this lovely Black Forest cupcakes. The first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to grease these bowls or these katoris with oil, just brushing it and greasing it well. So today I'm just going to grease it, but if you wish you can also just grease and add butter paper. I've greased all these katoris. So next today I'm going to prepare this cake with Oreo cookies. So I'm using 3 Oreo cookie packets and one is weighing 120 grams. So each Oreo cookie weighs 120 grams, and here in India I got each for 30 rupees. So I got these 3 for 90 rupees. So I'm going to tear the packet and just placing the cookies in this big mixing bowl. For now I'm just going to open all the 3 packets. So now what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to open the cookie and I'm going to separate the cream and I'm going to place this in another bowl. So basically just separating the cookies and the cream. So I've separated these cookies and the cream. I'm going to keep the cream aside. Now I'm taking a mixer grinder, and in the grinder I'm going to be taking these cookies and placing them. So let me show you. To ease the process, just take the cookies and break them like this, so that it's going to be very easy. Do not keep them all inside, just like this, just roughly kind of. I've added half the portion like this and I'm going to grind it into a fine powder, and then I'm going to repeat the process till all the Oreo cookies are nice and grinded into a fine powder. So I've prepared this Oreo powder and this is completely ready. Now next I'm going to preheat my pans. For this I'm using a non-stick kadhai and a pressure cooker. So I've taken 2 steel stands. Now in this I've just added the stand. I'm not going to be using any salt. Into this I'm using such a plate with holes, just placing it here, and in this pressure cooker I've also added this, and I'm just going to place such a plate with holes just like this. Now I'm going to close this. So this is our no oven setup. Also this, I've removed the gasket and I've also removed the whistle, just closing the lid without adding in any salt. Now I'm going to preheat both of this for around 5 minutes on medium flame without adding anything. So just on medium flame preheat. So basically we are preheating this so that when we add the cake batter in the bowl right now, as soon as we will prepare the batter, I'm going to fill in and add this over here. It must be very hot inside. So basically as that is preheating, we are preparing the cake batter. So this is just like a 3 ingredient cake. So this is the Oreo powder and I've taken 1 cup of milk. This is 250 ml or 1 measuring cup. So gradually I'm going to just add in the milk, just little by little. Just add it and then mix it. So this is the measurement, 250 ml milk for around 360 grams of Oreo cookies. Adding in the milk. So keep on adding the milk and keep on whisking it and mixing it. Just mix it well till it all comes together. So I've mixed this well. Now I'm going to be using in Eno fruit salt. I'm using the lemon flavored Eno. If you wish you can also use the regular flavored Eno. So first I'm just going to mix this well in one direction. Adding in the Eno fruit salt, just add the entire packet. In case if you're not using Eno, just use half teaspoon of baking soda. Now after adding Eno, gently mix in one direction. To activate the ENO, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of milk. So adding in 1 teaspoon of milk. Just mix it well. Now as soon as I've mixed this, I'm not going to over mix it. I'm going to fill this batter in the katoris. So I'm going to fill this batter just 3/4. Do not fill it full. So I'm just going to tap this. Tap all of them around 2 to 3 times. I'm going to place this straight away in our cooking pan and cooker. I'm going to bake this all. You can see I've placed them, closing in the lid. So I'm going to bake this for 25 to 35 minutes on low to medium heat. So as soon as you reach 22 minutes, just prick and check how the cake is baking. If you are baking it in the oven, just bake it for 35 minutes at 180 degrees. It should be preheated for 10 minutes on 180 degrees. So now I'm going to be preparing the cream. So this is the cream that we had separated from the Oreo cookies. Into this I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of milk. So just add 2 tablespoons of milk, and then I'm going to take my smaller whisk and slowly and gently I'm just going to take it together and prepare like almost like a cream type. So I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of regular milk powder. Just add it. After adding in the milk powder, I'm just gradually going to mix this nicely. So the cream is ready, and now we have to place this in the refrigerator till our cake is baking. So around 20 minutes in the refrigerator. And next thing, I'm going to be preparing the sugar syrup. So I've taken 1/4 cup of water. Into that I'm going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using powdered sugar so that it's easy to prepare the sugar syrup. So just add, this is 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now I'm just going to mix. Just mix it till the sugar dissolves. So the sugar syrup is completely ready. I'll keep it aside and let's wait for the cake to bake. So after the cake bakes, we have to allow the cake to cool down for at least 20 to 30 minutes. So that reminds me that this frosting that I have prepared, I'm just going to refrigerate it for around 30 to 35 minutes. It has been around 25 minutes and I'm just going to slowly open the lid and just check. Wow, you can see it has risen. So just taking a toothpick, I'm just going to insert it in the middle. Okay, it's almost coming clean. Let me check all. So it's almost ready. Just around I'm just going to keep it for around 5 minutes on low flame, closing the lid. Now let's check this pressure cooker once. So slowly opening the pressure cooker lid. Be careful as it must be very hot. So you can see this is how the cake looks like. Again I'm going to insert the toothpick. You can see it's coming a bit wet. This needs just around 5 to 7 minutes of baking. So again I'm just going to close the lid. Close it completely well on low flame for 7 minutes, and this one on low flame for around 3 to 5 minutes. It's been around 5 minutes. I'm going to slowly open the lid, and last time I'm just going to insert the toothpick. Okay, it's well cooked. I can feel it. So I'm going to switch off the flame and taken all the cakes out and they are perfectly nice and baked. So now let us allow this to kind of cool down and come to room temperature. So the cakes have nicely cooled down, so I'm going to take this and just loosen the sides. As it has cooled down, this is not required, but just for safety purpose. Now I'm just going to take a plate and keep it upside down. You can see it has easily come out. Just see, it looks so nice, soft and spongy. Let me show you. See this, it is very nice, soft and spongy. Similarly, I'm going to take all the cakes out just like that. I've taken all the cakes out. You can see it, how nice and spongy it looks. So this cream, I had chilled it in the refrigerator. Let me show you its consistency. You can see it's nice and perfect consistency. So I've taken a glass and a piping bag. I'm going to add this cream inside the piping bag. I've added all the cream inside the piping bag cone, and now I'm just going to fold it like this and close it with a rubber band, just securing it tight. So I already have here some chopped cherries. These are just around 7 to 8 cherries that I have just roughly kind of finely chopped. So this is ready. The cream corn is ready and our sugar syrup is also ready. And next in, I've also taken some other cherries that we are going to use for the final garnishing. Just around 6 cherries. These are whole cherries. So this is all. And yeah, now let me show you the next process. So basically I'm taking this cake and I'm going to keep it like this, and now I'm going to cut it into 2 parts just like this. Slowly divide it into 2 parts. You can see the texture from inside, it's nice and lovely. So similarly I'm going to cut all the cakes into 2. Just see this texture. So I've cut all the cakes into 2, and this is the upper part that I've kept it here, and this is the lower part. So a brush like this and just brush it so that this cake will remain nice and moist. Next in, I'm just going to take this piping bag and I'm going to give it a small cut. So on this lower part, I'm taking this piping bag filled cone and I'm just going to just design it like this. Okay, it seems like I just have to give it another cut. So I'm just going to cut it a bit bigger so that it's easy for me to decorate. So just simple decoration, not much. This is like a substitute for whipped cream. So if you don't have whipped cream, you can still prepare Black Forest cupcakes just like this, simple and easy. So you can see I've just lightly applied the cream, and now I'm going to add some nice chopped cherries. Just roughly chopped cherries, 1 or 2 here. You can see this is nice. Now I'm going to take this upper part of the cake and I'm going to cover it like this. Now on the upper part, again I'm going to decorate it lightly with the cream, just starting from the middle. You can just garnish it according to your style, but I prefer personally doing it like this. As we had added milk powder, this cream is just nice and with the perfect consistency. So I've got some chocolate shavings over here. This is just some dark chocolate that I had grated and prepared the chocolate flakes out of this. So I'm just going to add just some more like this. So That's it. Now again taking the piping bag and just dropping a dollop over here. I'm creating this to lay on the cherry. So just like this, take a whole cherry and just place it here. So I have prepared all the cakes like this. So I've taken 3 prepared Black Forest cupcakes in a plate and I'm serving this. These are really nice, soft and very spongy and very yummy and tasty. You can make this for your family. You can surprise your children for their birthdays or any kids parties. So do try this Black Forest cupcakes recipe, eggless and without oven, without using any cocoa powder or any butter or any other ingredient that is required. And yes, these are going to be really lovely. Do let me know in the comment section how this cake turns out for you. Trust me, it's going to be very delicious. So yes, so I'm just going to cut and show you guys how it looks like. Nice, soft, spongy and very nice with air bubbles. You can see this. Just imagine this lovely cake, just 3 to 4 ingredients, no eggs, no oven. Black Forest cupcakes. If you're tired of having the regular Black Forest cake, then do try this recipe. Let me know how this turns out for you. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and I'll see you in my next video.